Welcome back to the channel. Today we're counting down the top 6 most valuable United Kingdom halfpenny 1/2 new penny coins. While most decimal halfpennies are common, certain years, proof-only issues, low mintage dates, and superb uncirculated examples can be surprisingly collectible. The decimal halfpenny was introduced in 1971 and withdrawn after 1984, making it an important part of British coin history. The word new was removed from the reverse in 1982, and the final 1984 issue was produced only for collector sets rather than general circulation. Let's get started. First up, the United Kingdom halfpenny, 1/2 penny, 1973, a classic British decimal coin that still attracts collectors from around the world. At first glance, this small bronze coin may seem ordinary, especially if it is scratched, worn, or damaged. However, many collectors are surprised to learn that certain examples of the 1973 halfpenny can still have collectible value. While most damaged coins are worth only a small amount, rare varieties, minting errors, and exceptionally preserved examples have sold for impressive prices at auctions. In today's video, we'll explore the history of the 1973 halfpenny, examine its unique design, discuss its rarity and damaged condition, reveal its current auction market value in US dollars, and share expert tips to help you determine whether your coin could be worth more than you think. Make sure you stay until the end because one small detail could make all the difference. The United Kingdom introduced the decimal halfpenny in 1971 as part of the country's historic conversion from the old pounds, shillings, and pence system to decimal currency. The halfpenny became one of the smallest denominations in circulation and was widely used for everyday purchases throughout the 1970s and early 1980s. The 1973 halfpenny was struck during the reign of Queen Elizabeth II, whose portrait appears on the obverse of the coin. Millions of these coins entered circulation, making them a familiar sight across Britain. Because they were used daily for many years, the majority of surviving coins now show signs of wear, scratches, corrosion, or environmental damage. In 1984, the halfpenny denomination was withdrawn from circulation because inflation had significantly reduced its purchasing power. Today, these coins remain popular among collectors who enjoy British decimal coinage and the history behind the United Kingdom's monetary system. The 1973 United Kingdom halfpenny has several distinctive characteristics that collectors appreciate. It was struck in bronze and weighs approximately 3.56 grams, with a diameter of about 17.14 millimeters. The obverse features the elegant portrait of Queen Elizabeth II created by Arnold Machin, while the reverse displays St. Edward's crown, designed by Christopher Ironside, along with the denomination New Halfpenny and the year 1973. Although millions were produced, collectors carefully examined these coins for unusual minting errors such as off-center strikes, double strikes, die cracks, clipped planchets, or other manufacturing abnormalities. These rare varieties are far more desirable than standard circulation pieces and can command significantly higher prices. Even small differences in strike quality or color can influence collector interest. When discussing the 1973 halfpenny in damaged condition, it's important to understand that damage generally reduces a coin's value. Coins that have heavy scratches, corrosion, bends, cleaning marks, or edge damage are usually considered less desirable than problem-free examples. Since the 1973 halfpenny was produced in very large numbers, ordinary damaged pieces are quite common and are not considered rare. However, there are important exceptions. If a damaged coin also displays a genuine mint error, an unusual die variety, or another uncommon production characteristic, collectors may still be willing to pay a premium. Error coin specialists often search through damaged collections hoping to discover these hidden treasures. Therefore, while most damaged 1973 halfpennies have only modest value, rare error examples can generate considerable interest in the collector market. Let's talk about value. A typical 1973 United Kingdom halfpenny in damaged condition usually sells for around 10 cents to $1 depending on the severity of the damage. Coins that remain identifiable but show moderate circulation wear often bring between $1 and $3 if purchased by beginning collectors completing a date set. Better preserved circulated examples without significant damage may sell for $3 to $10. Brilliant uncirculated coins can reach $15 to $40, while exceptional high-grade certified examples may occasionally sell for $50 to over $100 at auction. The biggest surprises come from genuine mint error coins. Depending on the rarity of the error and collector demand, auction prices can range from $100 to several $100s, and in exceptional cases, even higher. Remember that auction prices vary according to condition, certification, rarity, and current collector interest. If you own a 1973 halfpenny, inspect it carefully before deciding its value. Use good lighting and a magnifying glass to look for unusual striking errors, double details, die cracks, clipped edges, or off-center designs. Avoid cleaning the coin because cleaning can permanently reduce its collectible value. Store your coin in a protective holder or coin flip to prevent further damage. If you believe your coin has a rare mint error or appears to be an unusually high grade, consider having it authenticated and graded by a professional coin grading service. Research recent auction results to compare similar examples and always verify whether an unusual feature is a genuine mint error rather than post-mint damage. Patience and careful examination are often rewarded in the world of coin collecting. The United Kingdom halfpenny, 1 halfpenny, 1973 may not be one of Britain's rarest coins, but it remains an important piece of decimal currency history. In damaged condition, most examples have only modest value, yet rare mint errors and exceptional specimens can attract serious collector attention and achieve impressive auction prices. Every coin tells a story, and sometimes even an old worn halfpenny can turn out to be a fascinating collectible. If you have a 1973 halfpenny at home, take a closer look. You might discover a feature that makes it far more valuable than expected. Next up, the United Kingdom 1976 halfpenny, 1/2 new penny in dirty and heavily circulated condition. Many people discover these old British coins in jars, inherited collections, or while searching through old change, and one of the first questions they ask is, could this coin be worth hundreds or even thousands of dollars? The answer depends on several important factors. While a normal 1976 halfpenny is a common circulation coin, certain examples with exceptional preservation, proof finishes, or unusual minting errors can attract much stronger interest from collectors. In this video, we'll explore the history of the coin, its design, rarity, collector demand, realistic auction prices in US dollars, and what you should look for before selling your coin. The 1976 United Kingdom halfpenny was part of Britain's decimal currency system introduced in 1971. The coin had a face value of 1/2 of a penny and was produced for everyday circulation during a period when small denomination coins were still widely used. The obverse features Queen Elizabeth II, designed by Arnold Machin, while the reverse shows St. Edward's crown, designed by Christopher Ironside, along with the denomination New Penny 1/2. During 1976, the Royal Mint struck approximately 412 million halfpenny coins for circulation, making it one of the more common dates in the series rather than a scarce issue. The coin is composed of 97% copper, 2.5% zinc, and 0.5% tin, weighs 1.78 grams, measures 17.14 millimeters in diameter, and has a plain edge. Although the 1976 halfpenny is common, it remains an attractive coin for collectors completing decimal coin sets. The portrait of Queen Elizabeth II represents one of the most recognizable British coin designs of the 20th century, while the reverse displays the historic St. Edward's crown, symbolizing the British monarchy. Collectors should carefully inspect every 1976 halfpenny for possible minting errors. Coins with off-center strikes, clipped planchets, die cracks, double strikes, or other genuine mint errors can command significantly higher prices than ordinary examples. Proof versions were also produced for collectors and are considerably scarcer than circulation strikes. These proof coins have mirror-like fields and frosted details, making them much more desirable than worn pocket change examples. Many viewers wonder whether a dirty, tarnished, or heavily circulated 1976 halfpenny is rare. In reality, dirt, corrosion, scratches, environmental damage, or heavy wear generally reduce collector value rather than increase it. Because hundreds of millions were minted, most dirty examples remain very common today. However, collectors sometimes purchase dirty coins if they still display readable dates, attractive natural toning, or unusual minting varieties. A genuine mint error is often valuable regardless of dirt or circulation because the rarity comes from the manufacturing mistake, not from the condition itself. For that reason, it is always worth examining your coin carefully under good lighting before deciding whether it is simply worn or something truly unusual. Now let's discuss the values that most collectors are interested in. A typical dirty or heavily circulated 1976 halfpenny usually sells for approximately 10 cents to $1, depending on its overall appearance and collector demand. A cleaner circulated example may sell for around $1 to $3 if it has attractive detail. An uncirculated mint state example can reach around $2.70 or more, depending on grade and certification. Certified high-grade coins or proof specimens may sell for considerably more when they appeal to competitive collectors. If a genuine and dramatic mint error is discovered, such as a major off-center strike, broad strike, or another verified minting mistake, the auction value could range from $50 to several $100s, with exceptional error coins occasionally exceeding that range depending on rarity and collector interest. Remember that auction prices constantly change based on demand, grading, and the uniqueness of each individual coin. If you own a 1976 United Kingdom halfpenny, never clean it using metal polish, chemicals, or abrasive materials. Cleaning almost always lowers collector value because it removes the original surface that collectors prefer. Instead, examine your coin with a magnifying glass and look for unusual characteristics such as doubling, off-center strikes, die cracks, clipped edges, or other mint errors. If you believe your coin is especially unusual or in outstanding condition, consider having it authenticated and graded by a professional grading service. A certified coin is generally easier to sell and often attracts stronger bids at auction. Store your coin in a protective holder or capsule to prevent further scratches, corrosion, or environmental damage. The 1976 United Kingdom halfpenny is an interesting piece of British decimal coinage with historical significance, but it is not considered a rare date because of its very large mintage. A dirty or heavily circulated example usually has only modest collector value, often between a few cents and about $1. Exceptional uncirculated pieces, proof coins, and genuine mint errors, however, can be worth substantially more and may attract strong interest at auction. Before spending or selling any old coin, take a few minutes to inspect it carefully. One small minting error or an unusually well-preserved example could make your coin far more valuable than an ordinary circulation piece. Next up, the United Kingdom halfpenny 1/2 new penny dated 1971, a coin that marked the beginning of Britain's decimal currency system. Many people still find these coins tucked away in old piggy banks, drawers, and family collections, often in worn or damaged condition. But does a 1971 halfpenny in bad condition have any real value today? Could it still attract collectors or appear at auction? In this video, we'll uncover the history of this historic coin, examine its unique features, discuss its rarity in poor condition, and reveal its current market value in US dollars. Stay until the end, because you might be surprised by what collectors are willing to pay for the right example. The 1971 United Kingdom halfpenny holds a special place in British numismatic history because it was introduced during Decimal Day on February 15, 1971, when the United Kingdom changed from the old pounds, shillings, and pence system to a new decimal currency. This small bronze coin became the lowest denomination in the new monetary system and remained in circulation until it was withdrawn in 1984. Millions of these coins were produced by the Royal Mint to ensure the new decimal currency could circulate smoothly across the country. Because of its connection to one of the biggest monetary reforms in British history, the 1971 halfpenny continues to attract collectors from around the world. The obverse of the 1971 halfpenny features the elegant portrait of Queen Elizabeth II, designed by Arnold Machin, with a surrounding inscription identifying her as Queen of the United Kingdom. The reverse, designed by Christopher Ironside, displays the crown of St. Edward, a symbol closely associated with the British monarchy. Below the crown appears the denomination New Halfpenny, while the date 1971 is positioned beneath it. The coin is composed of bronze, measures approximately 17.14 millimeters in diameter, weighs about 1.78 grams, and has a smooth edge. These classic design elements make the coin instantly recognizable to collectors. Although the 1971 halfpenny is historically significant, it is not considered a rare date because hundreds of millions were struck. As a result, examples in bad condition, including coins that are heavily worn, scratched, bent, corroded, stained, or damaged, are generally quite common. Most collectors prefer coins with strong detail and attractive surfaces, so badly damaged examples usually have limited collector demand. However, some beginners purchase inexpensive worn coins to complete a date set, while history enthusiasts enjoy owning one simply because it represents the first year of Britain's decimal coinage. Even in poor condition, the coin still carries historical value, although its market value remains modest. And today's collector market, a 1971 United Kingdom halfpenny in bad condition typically sells for approximately 10 cents to $1. Coins with heavy corrosion, scratches, cleaning damage, or bent surfaces usually remain at the lower end of this range. Better circulated examples with readable details often sell for $1 to $3, while attractive uncirculated pieces may reach $5 to $20 depending on their color, originality, and overall preservation. Exceptionally well-preserved specimens certified by professional grading services can occasionally achieve higher auction prices, but ordinary damaged coins rarely sell for large amounts. T-coin auctions. The 1971 halfpenny generally attracts attention only when it is in exceptional condition or possesses something unusual, such as a striking mint error or outstanding preservation. Standard circulated and damaged examples are widely available and therefore sell for only small amounts. Collectors who compete at auctions are usually searching for brilliant uncirculated coins with original mint luster, while worn examples are often sold in mixed coin lots. Nevertheless, demand for historic decimal coins remains steady, ensuring that even common dates continue to find interested buyers. Although most damaged 1971 halfpennies are inexpensive, certain characteristics can increase their desirability. A genuine mint error, such as an off-center strike, a broad strike, or another production mistake, may be worth significantly more than a normal coin. Provenance, original mint packaging, or certification by respected grading services can also enhance value. Collectors carefully inspect coins for unusual features before deciding whether they deserve a premium price. If you own a 1971 halfpenny, avoid cleaning or polishing it, as this can permanently reduce its collector appeal. Store the coin in a protective holder or coin flip to prevent additional damage. Examine both sides under good lighting for unusual errors or varieties, and compare the coin with reference guides if you believe it may have something special. If your coin appears to be an exceptional mint error or is in unusually high grade, professional grading may be worth considering before selling. Even if your 1971 halfpenny is worth only a small amount today, it remains an interesting piece of British history. Because it represents the first year of decimal coinage in the United Kingdom, many collectors choose to keep it as part of a complete decimal coin collection. While damaged examples are unlikely to become highly valuable, preserving them properly allows future generations to appreciate an important chapter in the evolution of British currency. The United Kingdom 1971 halfpenny is a fascinating coin that commemorates the beginning of Britain's decimal currency era. Although a bad condition example is generally worth only about 10 cents to $1, its historical significance continues to make it a popular collectible among coin enthusiasts. Better preserved examples and rare mint errors can command much higher prices, especially at auction. Whether you discovered one in an old collection or inherited it from a family member, it's always worth taking a closer look before spending or discarding it. Next up, the fascinating United Kingdom halfpenny, one halfpenny, dated 1982. At first glance, this small bronze coin may seem like nothing more than an old piece of pocket change. However, many collectors are surprised to learn that certain examples can attract attention in the numismatic market because of their condition, preservation, and possible minting varieties. If you've recently found a 1982 halfpenny tucked away in an old coin collection or inherited one from a family member, you may be wondering whether it's worth more than its face value. In today's video, we'll explore the history of this coin, its design, what makes some examples more desirable than others, how collectors value fine condition pieces, and the realistic auction prices these coins can reach in today's market. Be sure to watch until the end because we'll also share helpful tips that could save you from accidentally selling a valuable coin for far less than it's worth. The United Kingdom decimal halfpenny was introduced in 1971 as part of Britain's transition to decimal currency. It replaced the older pre-decimal halfpenny and quickly became one of the smallest denominations in everyday circulation. The 1982 halfpenny was struck during the reign of Queen Elizabeth II, featuring the portrait created by Arnold Machin on the obverse. By the early 1980s, inflation had greatly reduced the purchasing power of the halfpenny. As a result, the denomination became less practical in everyday commerce. Only a couple of years later, in 1984, the coin was officially withdrawn from circulation, making the 1982 issue one of the final circulating halfpenny dates. Because it belongs to the last years of production, many collectors enjoy completing sets that include the 1982 coin, especially in higher grades. While millions were originally produced, surviving examples in attractive condition are becoming less common as time passes. The 1982 United Kingdom halfpenny is made from bronze, giving it its distinctive warm brown appearance. It measures approximately 17 millimeters in diameter and weighs about 1.78 grams. The obverse displays the elegant portrait of Queen Elizabeth II, while the reverse features the famous crowned portcullis with chains, a traditional symbol associated with the British Parliament. Around the reverse appears the inscription, halfpenny, along with the year, 1982. Although most coins look identical, collectors carefully examine each piece for exceptional luster, sharp strike quality, attractive toning, and possible minting errors. Minor die cracks, off-center strikes, double strikes, or other unusual production errors can dramatically increase collector interest. Even slight differences can make one coin much more desirable than another. A standard 1982 halfpenny in fine condition is generally considered a common collectible rather than a rare coin. Fine condition examples usually show moderate circulation wear, with much of the design still visible but lacking the original mint brilliance. These coins are popular with beginner collectors because they are affordable and represent one of the final years of the halfpenny series. When discussing damaged or heavily worn coins, collector demand usually decreases. Coins with scratches, corrosion, bending, cleaning marks, or environmental damage often sell for only modest amounts because most collectors prefer problem-free examples. However, there are important exceptions. If a damaged coin also displays a genuine and significant mint error, such as a dramatic off-center strike, a brockage, or another unusual production defect, it may still command strong interest from error coin specialists. Likewise, a damaged coin with a well-documented provenance or an extremely rare variety can attract competitive bidding despite its condition. Now let's discuss the value that many viewers are most interested in. A 1982 United Kingdom halfpenny in fine condition generally sells for about 50 cents to $3, depending on eye appeal and market demand. Better preserved circulated examples with attractive surfaces may bring $3 to $8. Coins that remain in uncirculated or brilliant uncirculated condition often sell between $10 and $30, while exceptional specimens with outstanding preservation or professional grading can occasionally realize $40 to $100 or more at specialist auctions. If the coin features a verified mint error, its value may increase substantially. Depending on the type and rarity of the error, auction results can range from $100 to several $100s, and particularly dramatic or rare errors have the potential to sell for even more when multiple collectors compete. It is important to remember that auction prices fluctuate based on demand, grading, rarity, and the uniqueness of the individual coin. Therefore, no ordinary 1982 halfpenny should automatically be assumed to be worth a large sum without confirming its condition or any unusual characteristics. If you own a 1982 halfpenny, begin by examining it carefully under good lighting or with a magnifying glass. Look for clear details, attractive surfaces, and any unusual minting characteristics. Avoid cleaning the coin, even if it appears dirty, because cleaning can significantly reduce its collector value. Store your coin in a protective holder or capsule to prevent further wear or corrosion. Compare your coin with photographs of authenticated examples and consider having it professionally graded if you believe it has exceptional quality or a possible mint error. Following major coin auctions and studying recent sales can also help you understand realistic market values and collector demand. The 1982 United Kingdom halfpenny represents one of the final chapters in Britain's halfpenny series and remains an enjoyable collectible for both beginners and experienced numismatists. Specimens and genuine mint error examples can achieve much stronger auction prices. Before selling any old coin, take the time to research its condition, verify any unusual features, and compare recent auction results. You may discover that a small bronze coin hidden in a drawer is worth more to collectors than you ever imagined. If you enjoyed this video, don't forget to like, subscribe, and turn on the notification bell so you never miss our latest videos covering rare coins, valuable collectibles, and exciting auction discoveries from around the world. Thanks for watching, and we'll see you in the next video.